next up, we've got 2 to go, is Femmi from Celsius.
Hi everyone, I'm Femmi.
Stand right by the microphone.
Hi, I'm Femmi from Celsius. With my partner James, we're transforming safety in the fire services. Fires don't happen often, but when they do, the effects can be devastating. 5 months ago, the Hampshire Fire and Rescue and the Dorset Fire and Rescue posed a challenge to an audience at Imperial College. They'd lost 2 firefighters in a recent tower block fire and wanted to know what they could do to make sure events like that didn't happen again. The crux of the problem is this. In the midst of an inferno, safety is of the utmost importance for fire services. In the past, firefighters would operate with their ears and their necks exposed. That way they could tell when it was getting too hot and they could sort of get out of the way. This is no longer the case. Firefighters nowadays operate totally covered up. And the standard issue equipment is now so effective, they often receive little or no feedback from the environment until it's too late. In response to this, we've built this. It's a helmet-mounted monitoring alert system. Here you can see one of the high-visibility plastic casings we're prototyping. It comprises of 2 elements: an external sensor module, which can be attached to any helmet through a series of universal fittings, and an internal alert module, which is affixed over the ear. So when the temperature or the rate of temperature rise exceeds a certain level, the sensor module triggers off a series of alerts. This notifies the firefighter that it's sort of not safe where they are and to either retreat or move out the building altogether. We have a fully functioning prototype. It's been featured on the Wall Street Journal a couple of times. We continue to work with Hampshire Fire and Rescue and Dorset Fire and Rescue. They've invested in us in kind, and they will undertake our fire testing for us over the next 3 to 6 months. We're also working with the London Fire Brigade. They're interested in testing, but primarily with a view to procuring some units for their firefighters. Another major problem fire services face is heart attacks. Over 40% of line of duty deaths in fire services are due to stress-induced heart attacks. Future versions of our module will offer functionality that would enable incident officers of the fire to monitor their firefighters' physiological data, so their heart rate, stress levels, along with the environmental data at the site. This will be displayed on a dashboard app, so they can monitor each firefighter individually and either recall or replace them if their stress levels get out of hand. And this is a problem that affects firefighters all over the world. In Europe, there are over 4 million firefighters. And in the US and Australia, where wildfires and the devastation they can cause are a big issue, extensions of what we do into wide area sensor networks can play a massive role in helping to both control and extinguish these fast-moving infernos. We have a strong, capable team. I started my first company 15, 20 years ago, and I've got loads of experience of bringing new products to market. My co-founder, James, has worked in marketing strategy, in finance, and for the BBC. Our core technical team have overseen the design and manufacture of numerous hardware tools with a range of applications varying from environmental monitoring and toys to defense and medical diagnostics. We're also working with Dr. Guillermo Ryan, who's a senior lecturer in fire dynamics at Imperial College, and he's editor of the highest circulation technical fire magazine in the world. We plan to operate a build-to-order business model, and we're looking to get our revenue through either direct sales or longer-term licensing models. We'll be product testing for the next 3 to 6 months with the hope of going to manufacture about this time next year. We're looking for people who'd like to invest in us or join with us or introduce us to fire services around the world. Thank you very much. We're Celsius. Do talk to us afterwards.